The Big 12 monkey is off of Kansas State's back as the Wildcats return home to Bill Steiner Family Stadium and defeat the TCU Horned Frogs 24-17. From GoPowerCat.com, I'm Riley Gates, and this is your post-game press pass brought to you by Robbins Motor Company. And for most of the game, K-State's running game was very ineffective. The Wildcats couldn't get anywhere on the ground, but in the final minutes of the game, Skylar Thompson springs a long run on the ground, gets into TCU territory, and sets up a scoring drive late. It was a 95-yard scoring drive at the end of the game that puts K-State on top by 7 and gets the Wildcats the win, and their first win under Chris Klieman in Big 12 play.
Well, the drive in general, I remember when we talked to Coach Mess, let's be aggressive. You know, they kicked it down to the 5. We could easily run it 3 times, punt it back to them, and take our chances. We said, let's be aggressive. And we throw it on first down, and Malik almost makes the guy miss and takes it 70 to 90 yards himself, but we get a 2nd and 5. And then we were running a lot of shallow crossing mesh routes and stuff where they were doing a good job later on of picking them up. But when you do that, you lose your eyes on the quarterback. So Skylar saw the opening after the mesh route was taken away and then made a big play. But just making that play was important. What we hadn't done is have an explosive play, and then all of a sudden you end up not getting anything out of it. But to be able to finish the drive, Sebastian makes a big catch. We actually convert a 4th and 1. You know, it was good stuff. And there was not a question in our mind that we were going for that on 4th down, because I didn't want to have a 3-point lead. We wanted to have a 7-point lead, and so obviously, and then cap it off with Skylar making a tough run.
I knew it was just a matter of time. You know, I felt like we got in a rhythm offensively today, and we just needed to get back into that. And you know, we got Coach Mess called put us in some great situations, some play calls, and. You know, the opening play, you know, dumping it down to Malik. I knew we were backed up. I didn't want to take any chances. I knew that was a safe throw, trying to get us some room. And then we, called the quarterback draw, and they gave us the look that we anticipated all week on film. So I knew it was going to be a big play right before I even said hike. So, we executed it great. So it was a big play for us. And then we get in that situation on 4th and 1. Was expecting that defensive end to kind of play more down the line of scrimmage, but he checked me on the boot. I was able to get outside of him and make a play for my team.
K-State's defense had its struggles on Saturday, but one aspect that the Wildcats thrived in on defense was defending the passes. TCU quarterback Max Duggan only goes for 132 yards and no scores in the air. Alex Delton completed just 2 passes for 6 yards. K-State struggled against the run against the Horned Frogs, and that's where they found their offense. However, the Wildcats were able to buckle down against the pass, something that TCU was going to rely on in this one, but K-State did not allow it to happen.
Well, we had a lot of good calls, thankfully. Scotty Hesleton's one of the best in the nation, I think. And, coming back from 2 losses in a row, we had a different mindset and a different standpoint on things to get things right and get the details right.
I think we just did a great job of not isolating, not leaving one guy isolated on an island. And so being able to understand where your help is on defense is huge. We did a really good job, I think, at disguising our coverages. So I know the other safeties were doing a great job, too, all week in practice, just making sure that we knew this quarterback was talented, but he also is pretty young. So giving him some pictures that maybe he hadn't seen before was important. And I thought our defensive line did a great job, too, all day, giving pressure and getting in the backfield, making them throw the ball early or get rid of it in sacks too. So that helps a lot.
Yeah, so we obviously know Delton, he's a runner, and so we've kind of been preparing all week for him being the runner. And then I think maybe we let our guard down a little bit with Duggan, but he was a really good athlete, and he was a really good thrower too. So respect to him, and give credit where credit's due. So.
K-State knew it needed to win this game. Facing a potential 0-3 start in conference play seemed deadly, especially with Oklahoma coming to town next week. But now the Wildcats, like I said earlier, got that Big 12 monkey off their back. They're 1-2 in conference play now, and it feels a whole lot better right now getting ready to face the league's top team.
I hope that sets things gets things rolling going forward, and but it feels great to get that first win. I mean, like I said, we've been dealing with these losses for 3 weeks if you add in that bye week. So, it feels good right now.
I do think that we came out and we had a mindset, just 4th quarter battle, all game, not giving up. And so it was really important to get a win, especially the first Big 12 play.
It was nice to get back out there and get the win. It was really fun to celebrate with my teammates again, and I look forward to doing it in the future.
It's a big step. We got the 24-hour rule, so we'll take this one in for the 24 hours, and then starting tomorrow we'll get ready for Oklahoma.
It's definitely good. It's definitely good to get the first
first win in the conference. And, OU sitting undefeated, that's definitely going to be a big challenge. But, we're ready for it, and we just got to go back. And 2 years ago at home, we were up 21-14 here at Bill Snyder. And, we didn't finish the game. They came back and won. And that's just something that we got to do. We just got to play all 4 quarters disciplined football against OU.
One more time from Bill Snyder Family Stadium, 24-17. The Kansas State Wildcats are victorious today, and they improved to 4-2 overall and 1-2 in conference play. Stay tuned to GoPowerCat.com as we'll have your post-game coverage for this one all throughout the weekend.